like for some reason most of the characters don't interest me in like that. Like I'm not gonna say that there's bad characters, but
Yeah.
like I want my favorite character to be Enryu so badly, but he's done like until he actually has some impact with the actual current story. I can't like I don't feel like I it's even right for me to like saying that like your favorite air gear character is Uncle Minami. What the fuck does he do? Like he's just chilling in the background, showing up every 20 chapters and then leaving.
I feel it. I feel that. That's what people get me Mule Love. Like Mule Love. I'm like, it's a man.
Love does something like in the current story. Like he came.
He had a moment.
No, like I can't even say that. Like Mule Love's still fire. Like bro, come on.
Yeah, that's my
Like,
man. That's
like
my
if
goal.
you say your favorite character Jihad, I just don't trust you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, for me though, I tend to like the really, really small character moments, where it's like I'll notice something so minute, and that's what will really stick with me more so than the like, yes, you're reusing nuclear punch to like it's cool, but like it's the little things that gets me.
Diamonds dancing on my wrist. Heard niggas talking till I split they wigs. When I catch a body, add them to the list. I'm the man, I'm the god, I'm the shit. I got beams, I got glocks, I got hits.
Slayer, what's going on, everybody? I'm here with the one and only Enryu, young Marcus. Talk to the people.
What's up? What's up? I feel like it's been too fucking long to be honest.
Yeah, man, we coming back soon. March is on the horizon. I feel like first or second week of March we'll probably be back, but at least by the second week.
I think it's gonna be the second week just because we're always
Yeah, I think that one little week break we got too, because remember like there was like the 1 week break.
Yeah,
but Korea still got their chapter. I think that's why I think it'll be week 2.
see, like I don't know though because like we said like it was told 3 week break, and Webtoon said it'll be back in March, and so considering we haven't had a chapter all February, I'm assuming like maybe Korea will have a chapter. Did they have it? No. Like we've already know Ross came out. No, I gotta stop talking. No, they'll probably get a chapter next week, and we'll get the one for the following.
Hopefully soon. But all right, so we're here to talk about your favorite character. Who would that be?
All right, okay. Even though I'm rocking the Enryu background, my favorite character is Khun Aguero Agnis.
I feel it. He's a great one. He's a great one. I like him a lot too. He's not one of my favorites, but I like him a lot too. But so the first thing I wanna ask you is kind of, well, what time, what moment, what scene, whatever it was, that made you know like this is my guy. Like, was there a specific moment where you knew like this character was your favorite?
Like I feel like it, to a certain degree, I think it was like a more of like a gradual thing. Like I knew he was gonna be one of my favorite characters like off rip, especially because like he literally just said fuck the rules. I'm doing everything the way I want to on the second floor, and I just really appreciated that, especially since like Bam's clueless ass had no clue what was going on, and everyone was just like, "No, I'm just gonna murder everyone because that's what they said to do." Meanwhile, he's just going around saying, "Hey, let's be friends. I'll put you in my bag, and we can just keep going." And I don't know why, but I thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
So it was a slow build. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't really particularly one big moment. It was the accumulation of various moments.
Yes, but like the moment that like made me think, nah, favorite character is like I want to say it was about 7 or 8 chapters into season 2, when he's on a call with Shipley Sue, and he is like, and he's pretty much saying, yeah, the bitch lied to us.
Ah, okay, because he knew the whole time. Yeah. That's
Like
a big.
I was like, oh shit, this is gonna get crazy.
He's scheming. Yeah, he's a schemer. I like him a lot for that. But okay, so I would say he's a character that a lot of people take you quite a liking to. I would say him and Rand are probably the most, popular Kuns in the series. Like a lot of people like Rand too, but
we gotta add Mesh Cheney to the list now. Shout out my boy Vince.
Hey, me too, man. That's a queen. We out here. He really knew about the plan. Like he knew.
No.
He knew.
He go push that agenda for as long as possible.
But he knew from the Jinsung stuff. He knew from way back. Like he
was like, nah, Shenny gonna ruin everything. And I'm like, all right. And I felt so dumb because I was like, all right, Vince, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, sure. Like, okay, sure.
Everything he said happened, and I'm just sitting here like, this nigga is psychic.
I'm like, damn, he really knew. He read the Shinsu.
I was high-key impressed by that shit. I'm like, damn, you really had to do this.
Yeah. How do you like his appearance in general? His fits? What do you say in general? How do you like how he looks design-wise?
I fucking love his look is just fucking dope. You can never have you never have a panel with him and not notice that he's there. Like his appearance is meant to bring attention to him at almost all times.
Okay.
Like,
what about that Boy Scout fit?
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that one. All right. We've all had bad decisions. I dare you to think of all your fits from middle school, and if you can't tell me you didn't have at least one that you thought was fire, that now you fucked up on.
I still can't dress, so I feel you.
Look, we've all made mistakes before. We've all made mistakes.
The damn pink tee, the 3XL one that Kyle was supposed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that wasn't it. Yeah, he got a cool design. I'd say. Like that was probably the only outfit that I didn't like about it. What do you say is your your favorite thing about the character? What do you think what's your favorite thing about it?
Like, honestly, I feel like half the time. Okay. There's like two or three things. Like one, like SIU pretty much said whenever Khun gets involved, things get confusing for him, and the fact that a character's pure existence makes him think, "Fuck, what's going on?" I find that absolutely hilarious.
I feel it.
But the biggest thing is that I feel like a lot of times, like whatever is going on with Khun, it's more or less exactly how I'm feeling at that time. Like, I'm sitting here ready to murder Rachel. He's got those eyes. Like, he's like, I just, like, everything he does, I just feel like, yep, that's more or less what I'd want to do in that situation. I don't know if I'd have the balls to pull it off, but I'd want to do it.
Okay, I got you. So you resonate with him on that level because there are characters that you'll have that you usually think that you're on the same wavelength sometimes, where it's like, they say something and like exactly, like you're thinking the exact same thing the character said. So I feel that. Is there anything else? I think that there was two with that second one.
Like it's mostly just the fact that like I like some things he does. I'm just like, look, if you can't no matter what, even if you say you don't agree with the things he does or the way he goes about things, you really can never say that anything he's doing is wrong.
I got you. And you need somebody who's willing to get their hands dirty, in a sense.
Especially in this group, because Bam should be killing have at least 5 bodies on his hands at this point. And he's just kind of like, no, like, I just want to be friends. And Rossi, I love that bitch to death, but I literally think that she's too much of a princess to really kill someone at this point in time. Anak, we haven't seen her for like 300 chapters, and that's a disappointment to me. Like, that's so sad. Ran like that. Like, I feel like Rak needs more love out of the big Thune, Bam, Rak. Like,
we need Rak season.
I want season 3 to be Rak season. Like, I want Rak to be.
Needs to master rock throw and stone edge. Yeah, we need that.
Look, man, I need this motherfucker to be a full blown psychic type, moving fucking mountains with his mind at this point.
I need him to start using that spear, man. Like for real. I just need more position stuff. But do you think the character of Khun is relatable? That's something a lot of people say they don't like him when I talk to them. They don't think he's relatable. You think he's relatable?
Yes. What isn't relatable about this dude? Like,
I don't know. This is what I hear in the grapevine.
In my opinion, I think Khun is the most relatable character in the entire series. Okay,
That's interesting.
Like, yes, Bam is I think Bam is relatable only in season 1, because if you're thrust into a situation and like you're finding out that you're apparently a special existence, you're going to be confused as fuck the entire time. So yeah, of course he's relatable in that sense. But after that, Bam is God. Like, you can't say that you relate to Bam unless you're just a naive human being that would just let a dumb bitch go after she tried to kill you and pretty much almost killed your best friend. Khun, on the other hand, he's actually sitting here, he's like, all right, he is doing everything he needs to do to make sure he succeeds. And you can't, like, if you're really about that action, you really want this goal, like, you will do just about anything you can to make it happen. Like, again, we live in a world where, like, the things he does are nowhere near acceptable. So, of course, it's not going to translate completely. Like, I'm not going to be killing someone because I just really want that job. But, yeah, but, like, it's like, oh, all right, well, I want this, like, it's like, well, this bitch killed the only friend I have and let us all trust her. This guy put his life and existence at stake for you, and you just killed him off the bat, and he considered you his best friend. I'm not having this. I'm literally going to make you feel everything he felt before you killed him.
Yeah.
And then the best part is, like, after he realized that Bam was alive, he didn't just forget about it. He was still pissed with her, but he was like, look, murdering you isn't worth my time anymore. And then after everything after that, he just like, I just want to embarrass her. And no one says a damn thing to her. And no one says a damn thing to him. And that's the best part.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, you made a lot of good points. I don't think he's the most. I don't know if he's the most relatable. I think for a lot of people, high key, it would be Rachel. I think she actually is in a lot of ways the most relatable, the most human character. But I would say that, like, because he comes from a prestigious family, he's one of the direct line and stuff. So there's so many things you think you can't relate about him because he's already from that standpoint, he seemed grounded in life, especially as a direct descendant. But considering what we know about his past with his sister and how that family works, there's a lot of things about it you can relate to. About, like, him not trying really much, Go ahead.
I'm sorry. But in my personal opinion, I believe that, yes, you're right. Rachel and Khun are the most relatable, but they're both relatable in the same vein. Like, I literally think that they're the biggest foils, because Rachel will do anything to succeed, but she doesn't have any of the skills, ability, or intelligence to really make this happen. She has to be manipulative. She has to actually use her mind in ways that she wouldn't in ways that no one else in the tower at that point has to do to have any chance of succession. She's not guaranteed. She's risking everything on every single level she does to succeed. And let's just say she becomes a ranker somehow. That's the best rags to riches story fucking ever. Meanwhile, like, Khun does the exact same thing, but he has a different background, which is why a lot of people, I think, don't find him relatable, because he manipulated a family trial. We don't know the full extent of it, for someone to become a princess, because he was closer to his cousin than his actual sister. He he ditched his entire family. He raided his father's store just to grab all of these rare items, because he's and
part of it is negligence on the dad's part, right? That's relatable for people who have. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know my father, so, like, yeah, I relate to that one on that level. Like, might as well not have one. I feel you, Khun. So, like, knowing enough about what the tower is like, he's going out of his way to chances of succeeding. He doesn't doubt himself at all. He feels that, like, he will succeed. He's just a matter of, for him, it's just like, instead of just worrying about only himself succeeding, which he's like, I believe in myself, I believe in what I can do, I believe I can succeed. He's like, all right, what can I do to make sure all myself and my friends all make it here? And on that regard, I literally could see myself doing that. Like me and my closest friends were just like, look, if one of us makes it, we're gonna find a way to help us all make it.
I feel that, yeah.
That for years, like we will always like if you're struggling, I got you. If I'm struggling, you got me. Like it's it's just. I feel like Khun is the biggest team player out of all of them. Bam talks, but when it comes down to it, he's just like, no, I have to shoulder the burden. He doesn't think of anything involving his friends having a chance of helping him. I think Bam looks down on his friends way too severely. Khun, on the other hand, like even if he might have a complex about being superior to other people, he's still about, okay, what can I do to help everyone else succeed instead of just what can I do to succeed for everyone else.
So would you say that that's the most misunderstood thing about him, or what do you think is the most misunderstood thing about his character?
I feel like, see, I haven't had that many conversations with people about him that would see it differently. So when you say misunderstood, I've never encountered someone viewing him differently. I would say the biggest thing is that people think that he's boring, I guess. That's something I could really see that people could see, because I feel like because he's just that good at everything he does, like I can definitely see people being uninterested in him if he continues down this line, and I want to by 2 parts from now, because I feel like he might catch Zoro syndrome and that he's just too good at everything compared to everyone else that's on his level. But
okay.
No, because look, I get it. Everyone loves badass characters, and Zoro's that dude. But after a while, being badass and having cool moments, that can get boring for a lot of people. And between the Enakor thing, fucking up Rachel with the fish, just being that guy that's always 8 steps ahead of other people, I feel like a lot of people might see him as just a boring character. But when you really look down into his history, which I feel like it's glossed over compared to other pieces of lore in the series, he has so much potential for all of these interesting side plots that haven't even been explored yet.
I mean, he wants to lead the family, right? So that's in itself is a big thing, a big deal.
Yeah, personally, what I was wondering a few weeks back, I'm talking December, early January, is if they're going against Jihad and the 10 Green families, would it be that Bam, Khun and 9 other people just replace the royal families and maintain the tower in their stead in a different manner? Because they already have 2 actual members of the 10 Great families already hanging around them. But Yiwa's not really around right now, so I guess
but she would be the one that you would want to lead the Yon family.
Yeah, not even just not even leading this family. I mean taking their place and starting over. So yeah, for them it'd still be the Khun and Yeon family, but for everyone else it would just be new families altogether, assuming they don't meet 9 other people from other branch families, from other members of the 10 Great families.
I got you.
So just I want the Princess War. If that becomes a possibility, that would make me so happy for no reason.
Okay, so let's kind of move on to his combat and his feats and the power scaling stuff. How do you feel about him from that standpoint? How do you think he was represented in terms of combat and whatnot? Honestly, house bear and everything, all of it.
Personally, I think he has the most entertaining and enjoyable fighting style out of everyone in the series, because I feel most characters, it's especially on the last train arc, I feel a lot of it devolved into my nuke is bigger than your nuke, so I win. And again, when you're dealing with rankers, that unfortunately is what you have to surmise it as, considering they're just regulars at this point. But when you look at everyone else, it's pretty much been, okay, well, I can punch really hard, I can throw a spear, fuck you, Rak, sorry. I can't control my fire. I have electric abilities. On the other hand, this guy is like, all right, I'm going to use my lighthouse in an offensive manner, and yeah, and then he's going to use an Accord, and then it's like, okay, well, he's a light bearer. If I get close, he can't fuck me up. And he's like, no, I'm not a light bearer because I suck at fighting. I'm a light bearer because I like to tell people what to do. And that, I'm never gonna forget that line because that's my favorite. Like, if I had to describe Khun with one line, that would be it.
I like that. I feel it.
Like, I literally just think like that. Like, going into season 3, like I highly doubt that that's what's happening next. But by the time season 3 comes, that's the one thing I really want. I want to see more of what Khun can do in a close quarters fight, because I don't see an Accord as being something he can really rely on at this point in time.
I think we'll start seeing the spear more often. I love the ice spear a bit more often.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, when he did the ice spear, I lost my shit. Just because I got tired of seeing Khun family members. Like I love, like, electricity, it's always a cool power to use, but through all the forms of medium, electricity is kind of an overdone thing that I'm kind of tired of.
Yeah,
So,
I got you with that. I feel you.
So, like, just seeing what he can do with ice down the line the second he actually gets thawed out, I just can't wait to see what happens. Like, personally, what I'm hoping that he does, like what SIU does, is by the time he gets thawed out, like, it comes out, he's like, yeah, I was in a coma, but my mind was active enough that I've come up with new ways to use my abilities.
Oh, shit.
Because if that's a thing that happens, then the other way that I love for, like, action series to work out, I would like, because at this point he would be not fighting for probably about 20 floors. So I would love to see his intelligence being what closes the gap between evidently stronger opponents.
Yeah, he needs a little bit of the glow, because I feel like, but I feel about the whole cast. Not even just him, but yeah, man, I want to see more of that. That's gonna be interesting moving forward.
Yeah.
But what?
No, yeah, because like I feel like early season 2, like the emphasis on, like, between the beginning of season 2 and the end of season 2, the emphasis on teamwork and team battles kind of went down a little bit. But these things happen.
So what are you like? What are you excited and really hoping for? Like, you kind of touched on it, but like specifically, maybe name a couple of things you want to see him do or want to see from him in the season 3 or upcoming season.
Assuming the series gets to it, I really want him to take over the Khun family, like, by the end of the series. Assuming they just don't go past floor 126, which is something that they're probably gonna do. I really wanted to see him use ice abilities and just to see how interesting he can get with it. Because I think he's just too. Because I just feel like from a creativity standpoint, he's just too. I think he's just too smart to not come up with new ways to use it other than just spears. Like, I can literally just see him just doing a variety of things and just fucking people up with it.
When do you think he's gonna wake up, though?
So that when he's gonna wake up, because I feel like if they just they have to go to, so that's like what floor 70, I think.
I want to say 77.
70 something like that. I'm like, personally, I want Yiwa to come back a lot sooner and rejoin them, and actually have like a somewhat mastery over her fire abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And I want her to be the one to thaw him out, hopefully by like floor 52, because I feel like that's still low enough that he won't have a massive hurdle to come through, but high enough that like he still has to be like, okay, well, I'm now behind everyone else. Fuck.
Does he wake up this year? Does he wake up this year though? You think?
Probably, no, I think he's gonna wake up next year.
Okay.
Like, especially because like I feel like if he like, especially if it takes them a couple floors, I feel like this will be an interesting character development arc for him, because he's used to being one of the more more well-equipped members on the team at all times. Like, he's never been the weakest link on the team. So for him to struggle with that for a bit and have to come up with ways to like close the gap and like be like just be better as a combatant, because we're gonna deal with all these assholes at this point in time, probably, that is really going to be interesting at that point.
All right.
Also, I just wanted to embarrass Rachel at least 3 more times.
Yeah, you need like that's pretty much the last thing I would ask for like your like final comments is like. Well, I think his most interesting relationship, or at least dynamic in terms of the other character, is the one he has with Rachel. Yes, his friendship with his ties with his family and his friendship with Bam and Rak are really cool. But I think one is more interesting. Is the one he has with Rachel. How do you feel about that?
I have to agree. Like, his relationship with Bam and Rak are too one-dimensional at this point. Like, it's literally, we've been on a team since 4-2. Like, Rak tried to eat us, but now we're best buds. Like, that's pretty much been their entire relationship. Like, they grew to love each other. Well, except for Bam. Like, they loved Bam from the beginning, but Rak and him just grew to love each other because they always had each other's backs. But him and Rachel, everything there, like, he was like, all right, we're gonna, like, he literally, like, even though he didn't have to do anything for Rachel, he did it for Bam. Like, he literally managed to convince, 20 people to take the administrator's test just to help out Bam, because he knew how much Rachel meant to him, and he could have easily passed the regular test. From that point, realizing, like, he had his suspicions that she betrayed him, but when it got confirmed, it was just like, okay, what's gonna happen between these two? It honestly, after a certain point, I stopped wondering what's gonna happen with Bam and Rachel, because honestly, I know he's just gonna keep forgiving her dozens of times, no matter what he says. And it's more so what's gonna happen with Khun and Rachel. Like, this is gonna be a bit more of a touch and go dynamic of, I'm going to embarrass you 6 times. Rachel might get the upper hand once, and he's gonna probably have to fuck her up about 8 more times after that. Like, their relationship is such a massive one of cat and mouse, and like everything that Rachel stands against is what she is what he actually is. Even though, like, she says that Bam is what she hates and he's a monster and everything like that, Khun is really the antithesis of Rachel's existence.
I totally, like, pretty much hit everything on the nose. Like, kind of, I agree basically all of that, and that's why I can't wait to see what, like, I'm more interested in what happens between Aguero and Rachel more than so with, like, Bam and Rachel. I really think that's more interesting to me.
Yeah, like, again, like, I feel like that's like one of the best things that SIU does. Like, he really just layers, like, a lot of series, they do side plots, but SIU's preparing for like 10 side plots right now, and we're nowhere near halfway done with the series.
I know we have just a long way to go, but do you have any final words on your boy, the GOAT?
He's like, look, man, he's just the realest MVP. He's not real. Like, I feel like there's too much potential for his character in general, too many possibilities for things that he can do, things that he will do, and Ice is just one of those things that you can, like, I genuinely feel like he just can't go wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Especially if they start doing team attacks, which is the second coolest thing with any action series. Like, Ice is just, like, he's gonna manage to do so many cool things with that.
I hope he wakes up soon, man. I actually miss him. Like, we need him. We need some of his rawness. It's definitely.
No. If you want to get a real raw moment, like 10 chapters after he wakes up, him and Rand have to team up against somebody. Because I want to see the Ice and Lightning Spear get together and get tossed at the exact same time.
That'd be cool. And he might have more Shinsu qualities, considering his dad already had discovered 3 by the time he got to the hidden floor. But he had 3, yeah. So Burr could have more.
Isn't Rand a member of one of the branch family?
Actually, no, he's a direct descendant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude, this is so fucking confusing. Got it.
But yeah, Ran, Masheni, and Khun are all they're all direct descendants of Edward. But all right, man, I appreciate you talking about the GOAT, Young Aguero, Young Khun.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Appreciate the greatness. We might get that the series thing on Friday maybe because there's no thing this week, so stay tuned.
But got you.
All right, we out here.
Peace.